Good morning, students. In the previous video, we discussed about the causes of 1857 revolution. Today, we'll study further about this chapter and we'll start with the topic a mutiny becomes a popular rebellion. So first of all, we have to know that what is mutiny. Mutiny means revolt by soldiers, or we can say that if soldiers start to disobey any rule of military or the military authority, that is called mutiny. A mutiny becomes a popular rebellion. How a mutiny became a popular rebellion in which people in a large number involved in this rebellion. So let's start to understand, right? And with the help of these text or the sentences, you have to listen very carefully. Watch this video completely. Those struggles between rulers and ruled are not unusual. Sometimes such struggles become quite widespread as a popular resistance so that the power of the state breaks down. Sometimes we listened about some movements in which the people started movement against the king. Clear? Later we listened about before this incident in 1789 in France, that was known as French Revolution. In 1776 in the American colonies, it was the freedom struggle movement in America. So a very large number of people begin to believe that they have a common enemy and rise up against the enemy at the same time. For example, the people considered the enemy that was common enemy Louis XVI in France. For such a situation to develop, people have to organize, communicate, take initiative and display the confidence to turn the situation around. So they want to change the system with the help of their mutual understanding, communication, organization and various kinds of initiatives taken by the revolutionaries. Such a situation developed in the northern parts of India in 1857. Now we'll discuss about particular in India. 1857. This was known as 1857 revolution or the first freedom fight. After 100 years of consequent conquest and administration, means from 1757 to 1857, we can consider and understand with the help of these two figures. In 1757, after the war battle of Plassey, the British conquered one of the area in India, Bengal. After that, in 1764, according to the battle of Buxar and then Allahabad Treaty, they got the powers in Bengal, Bihar and Odisha, Diwani rights. So in this way, the English East India Company faced a massive rebellion that started in May 1857. In the previous video, we discussed that it was started on 11th May 1857, 10th May 1857 in Meerut and 11th May 1857 in Delhi, and threatened the company's very presence in India. Sepoys mutinied in several places beginning from Meerut, and a large number of people from different sections of society rose up in rebellion. Means it consisted of, this movement was joined by various kinds of groups in India of the society. Some regard it as the biggest armed resistance to colonialism in the 19th century anywhere in the world. So now let's discuss further. In this figure you can see the battle in the cavalry lines. On the evening of 3 July 1857, over 3,000 rebels came from Bareilly, crossed the river Jamuna, entered Delhi and attacked the British cavalry post. The battle continued all through the night. You can see in this picture here. This is the picture of that incident. And now next topic, from Meerut to Delhi. Meerut situated in UP at this time. At present, Delhi is now the capital of India. On 29th March 1857, a soldier, Mangal Pandey, was hanged to death for attacking his officers in Barakpur. Some days later, means on 29th March 1857, he started means he disobeyed the officers in army, in military, and on 8th April, right, 1857, he was hanged. Exactly, you have to remember this thing. Some days later, some sepoys of the regiment at Meerut refused to do the army drill using the new cartridges, which were suspected of being coated with the fat of cows and pigs. In the previous video, we discussed about it. 85 sepoys were dismissed from service and sentenced to 10 years in jail for disobeying their officers. This happened on 9th May 1857. So, against this policy, on 10th May, the soldiers marched to the jail in Meerut and released the imprisoned sepoys. Those sepoys, 85 sepoys. They were released. They attacked and killed British officers. They captured guns and ammunition and set fire to the buildings and properties of British, declared war on the Firangis. Here, Firangis means the British people. The soldiers were determined to bring an end to their rule in the country. But who would rule the land instead? The soldiers had an answer to this question, the Mughal Emperor Bahadur Shah Jafar. So in this video, students, you have to understand that Mughal Emperor Bahadur Shah Jafar was declared as Shahenshah of Hindustan, right? Shahenshah of Hindustan, the land territory of India. Shahenshah-e Hindustan, Bahadur Shah Jafar II. The sepoys of Meerut rode all night of 10th May to reach Delhi in the early hours next morning. As news of their arrival spread, the regiments stationed in Delhi also rose up in rebellion. Again, British officers were killed, arms and ammunition seized, buildings set on fire. Triumphant soldiers gathered around the walls of the Red Fort where the Badshah lived, demanding to meet him. The emperor was not quite willing to challenge the mighty British power, but the soldiers persisted. They forced their way into the palace and proclaimed Bahadur Shah Jafar as their leader. As I told you that he was declared as Shahenshah-e Hindustan. Bahadur Shah Jafar did not want to oppose the British power, but he was declared as a leader by the soldiers. Now you can see the picture of Bahadur Shah Jafar. He was old person, about 80 years in age, right? And here in figure 7, Rani Lakshmi Bai. We will discuss about Rani Lakshmi Bai later. So the aging emperor had to accept this demand. He wrote letters to all the chiefs and rulers of the country to come forward and organize a confederacy of Indian states to fight the British. Means Bahadur Shah Jafar tried to combine all the forces, all the powers against the British. This single step taken by Bahadur Shah had great implications. The Mughal dynasty had ruled over a very large part of the country. So after the declaration of Bahadur Shah Jafar, many powerful rulers came to join this struggle against the British, and most small rulers and chieftains controlled different territories on behalf of Mughal ruler. Threatened by the expansion of British rule, many of them felt that if the Mughal emperor could rule again, they too would be able to rule their own territories once more under Mughal authority. So they joined this movement. The British had not expected this to happen because they were not aware regarding this kind of movement, big movement and struggle by Indians. So they thought that the disturbance caused by the issue of the cartridges would die down. But Bahadur Shah Jafar's decision to bless and the rebellion changed the entire situation dramatically. Often when people see an alternative possibility, they feel inspired and enthused. It gives them the courage, hope and confidence to act. In this way, the people were completely against the British. Most of the rulers joined Bahadur Shah Jafar as leader, and they started the struggle against the British government. In this way, you can understand the issue in the freedom struggle in 1857 and the implication after joining Bahadur Shah Jafar, this movement. Clear? So dear students, in the next video we will try to understand the incidents of this struggle 1857 and the role of various kinds of leaders and in various kinds of areas and territories of India. So I hope that you understood the topic of this video. Watch this video again. If you have any doubt, you can ask me by writing in comment box. Thank you. Have a nice day.